What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Today is a rough day. Today's a rough day for all of us fans. Jerry Jones has once again apologized to us. Mike McCarthy, of course, is not going anywhere. Dak Prescott's not going anywhere. Dak has apologized to us as well and, said that the interceptions are unacceptable and so on. But I'm at the point where the crazy thing is this is now one of those situations where we are beginning to waste talent. We've got a defense for the first time, an incredible defense for the first time. And I don't want to say that under Mike McCarthy that Dak Prescott has kind of regressed, but we don't look at the Cowboys and Dak Prescott ascending to the next level. And now I have to look at this and say, is some of this coaching? Is some of this that Kellen Moore, who was a backup quarterback for the Lions, who was brought here by Sean Linehan, who was hired by Jason Garrett, who Mike McCarthy defers to, if it's not time for a change? We've been going through the same philosophy for so long. And, Kellen Moore and his trick plays, I don't know how many. I would like to see the success rate on Kellen Moore's trick plays. Kellen Moore will get you suckered in where you think that he's got it, and then you go, what the heck is going on? But what we need, and if you don't want to look at the coaching staff, I just dare say, what could Kyle Shanahan do with the Dak Prescott? What could a Sean McVay do with the Dak Prescott? What could an Andy Reid do with the Dak Prescott? I don't think these things are equal. And this is where I think that we need to make some changes in how we're doing this. Dak is, with the contract he has, you're married to him, at least for one more year. So you got to make the best of it. You need to get somebody who can get there to fix these interceptions, and somebody who can get and get talent to go around him, and somebody who understands situations. I feel like this is one of those times where the Cowboys have always been a really good regular season team, but whenever it comes to crunch time, we crap the bed. We stop doing things that work. I don't know if our sphincter muscle just gets so tight that we lose it or what. But something happens when we get into these big games on the big stage. Now, I got to tell you, when I saw the last play of the game, the game was over. We all know that. You got to go, 76 yards. You got one play. But when I saw the Cowboys line up with Zeke Elliott as the center, muddle huddle here, this was my response last night, because this was really a deja vu moment for me. They're doing the muddle huddle.
Wow, that's the weirdest play. Look at this.
I remember Washington Lee High School doing this against us.
Who gonna snap the ball? Who gonna snap the ball?
What are we doing?
Somebody gotta snap the ball.
I guess
Muddle
he
huddle.
snapping.
He not even at.
That's far enough on it. But muddle huddle. The reason I remember the muddle huddle was not because it worked. My junior year in high school, we had an incredible team. Incredible team. We had, I want to say, 7 players get Division I-A scholarships. We had Richie Pettibone's son, who was the defensive coordinator for the Washington Redskins during the Super Bowl years, linebacker. We had Matt Ryan. We had Hall, that was actually playing behind Don Shula's son in Carolina, I think it was. We had some players. We were really good. We were killing other teams. And we played against Washington Lee High School, which was not a good team. And see, when you're not a good team, you come up with trickery because you realize you can't beat a team straight up. And so when we played Washington Lee High School, they came out in a muddle huddle, just like this. Just like this. And basically, he snapped the ball to the quarterback. He's throwing it behind the 3 people in front. We beat them 74-15. And when I looked at that last night, that's exactly what I said. Muddle huddle? Seriously? The Dallas Cowboys? Here it is. We have Mike McCarthy, who's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, coach who had Aaron Rodgers. And this is what you come up with? The muddle huddle? To make this even worse, is the fact that you got Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott as the center? You mean potentially the last play that Zeke Elliott will play for the Dallas Cowboys, potentially? He played center? Seriously? This is why sometimes you have to have change for change's sake. Everybody knows we've been doing the same thing forever. Forever. How many times have you heard players out there say the Cowboys don't do anything special? They don't do anything complex. We were okay doing that in the 90s because we were just better than people. We could literally say with guys like Larry Allens and Googs and Nate Newton and Mark Spignowski, hey, you guys, we're coming right here. It ain't shit you can do about it. Because we were that good. We had that much better talent. We could beat you in submission. We didn't have to go ahead and rely on trickery or bullshit. So many times I look at other teams and their offenses that scheme guys that are literally wide open. And it seemed like yesterday we just kept doing the curl routes back and forth. And the teams know where you're going. They know how to stop it. The interception, the first interception, it looked like Dak was anticipating it to be a curl route. Thought the guy was coming back like we always do. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we do the curl route so many times that literally Dak Prescott had a brain fart and forgot. Oh my God, this time we're not doing a curl route. I don't know what it is, but I think you have to look at this from the standpoint of saying you need to try something different on offense. The thing I still don't understand is Kellen Moore still is wet behind the ears. The Cowboys can do a million things that are correct. But then sometimes you wonder, why do we do others? You need to honestly look and say, Mike McCarthy was calling plays with a great quarterback, with teams that won the Super Bowl. You got Kellen Moore, who doesn't have that experience. Why are we deferring all of this to Kellen Moore? I don't understand it. A freaking muddle huddle. And again, you didn't have too many options.
Final play looks like barring a penalty. Final play looks like barring a penalty. Final play looks like barring a penalty.
That's the best you can do? Freaking muddle huddle. I don't even know where to go with this. This just makes it, literally, this just makes it even worse when you see something that looks just like this. Well, it's going to be a rough couple of weeks here, but we'll do what we always do. We'll get mad. We'll throw away our Cowboys gear. We'll cuss them out. We'll listen to we'll take the shaming that we're going to get. And by August, they'll be back to telling us that we're a Super Bowl team and that we're talented and so on. And then by the end of the year, they'll tell us we're a failure because you didn't make the Super Bowl. I don't know that this team is a failure. The fact that they had an opportunity speaks volumes when they literally said we stink. Oh, well. All right, good people. I got work to do. Need to find something to do to get my mind off of the BS. The can't think of it. Autopsy of the season is just beginning.